Good morning, good morning, good morning. And you know what time it is? It's What's for Dinner, you all. Oh my gosh, an open collab. And it's put on by my awesome friend, Kimmy's Kitchen and More. She does this every Sunday. Think about joining in. You can cook anything you want, prepare anything you want, put the video up anytime you want. She's not too picky. So come and join us for all the fun. Please also go check out Kimmy's homemade enchiladas she did this week. And please check out the playlist and see what all the other creators came up with. Some wonderful, wonderful creative meals, and most of them are all on a really good little budget because we all know how to cook on a budget because we've been raising families for years. Easy, easy peasy meals. So don't forget to put that on your calendars. Kimmy's Kitchen and More. What's for dinner, you all? Don't forget it's an open collab. Anyone can join in and always have something different to share. Well, this week, Grandma is cooking 4 different meals, if you can believe it. One of the meals did cost me quite a little bit because I went over to the Honey Bake Ham and got some ham, a ham bone, and a few other things. But these are going to make multiple meals, and that's also how you need to think about how you spend your money and the quality of your meals also. We're starting out with a budget meal on brunch or lunch that is a salad. And it's going to have lettuce, cheese, carrots, cabbage, a little avocado, tomatoes, so it's pretty well balanced. Then for dinner, we're going to also have another salad, but we're going to kick it up a little notch and add a few more things to it. We're going to have our lettuce, cheese, carrots, and cabbage and tomatoes in this salad, but we're also going to add some deviled eggs to it also to give a little more flavor, a little more avocado, and some cucumbers. And we're having the ham from Honey Bake Ham that's really, really good. And we had some garlic and cheese toast, really good also. You can see that yummy cheese on top of the bread. Now that was our first meal that I made. But to start this day out, I went ahead and got 8 ounces of white beans, put them in water, and started boiling them at the crack of dawn. And it needed to be the crack of dawn because they take forever when they have not out of a can when you cook them. This is a ham bone that I got over at Honey Bake Ham. And as you can see, there's plenty of ham on this ham bone. And you're not going to believe it, I got it for free. So that was a good investment on my budget meals. But this is going to make several meals, so it's more than worth it. We had enough ham on this ham bone for our soup, so I didn't have to put any other ham in it. What we used was from the ham bone. The ham bone, and we're going to make a bone broth from it, and it's going to make enough for at least 2 servings. Well, not 2 servings, 2 soups. I said it wrong. This is the ham that I cut off that ham bone. As you can see, this is a fairly good sized bowl, and it's almost full. So there was a lot of ham on it. Then I'm going to put that bone in a large pan and fill it up with water and let it cook I shouldn't say all day, but at least 4 or 5 hours slowly to get that so full of yumminess and a bone broth that we are going to be able to use in more than one soup, and it's going to bring so much flavor. You're just not going to believe it. Look at what that bone broth looks like. Look at all that flavor after cooking for about 4 hours. And the meat that's still on there, when I take that out, I can pull it off and get enough meat for another soup, I'm sure. And we'll probably use one of those soups with the beans with all the different flavors of beans and be a little bit different. And like I said, it did cook all day. So this is a dish that you got to plan on cooking a long time. And so that's why I put it on the first thing in the morning, and it cooked all day. But when that was all going on, I made the salad, and I made the ham, and we had breakfast, lunch, and dinner off of that. And I made another meal when I got done with that. So you could multitask and do more than one thing in the kitchen at a time. This bone broth did cook for hours, but it was worth every hour I cooked it. because it's going to make a lot of different dishes and give a lot of flavor, and we got almost all the meat off that bone. Now our soup, our beans have been cooking for, I don't know, 3-4 hours until they get almost soft, where you know you're getting very close. I put a half a medium onion in a pan and brown it up, and I'm going to use this ham that I already had, and we're going to put it in that pan with the beans, but you need to have those beans almost done when you do it. And I'm going to add Italian seasonings, garlic herb, and black pepper, and sea salt, and lemon pepper. And I usually add it sort of towards the end in a way because I want the flavors to be more on top. I'm trying to get away from salt as much as possible, but I want a lot of flavor in my food. You can put as much or as little, and you can cook it any way you want. I'm just telling you how I did. When I got done doing all that, you can see my bone broth soup is cooking away. My beans are almost totally done. My meat is in here. My onion is in here. My seasonings are in here. And everything is just sort of blending together. And it just makes such a huge difference when you can put everything fresh. Now, I did use frozen vegetables, and you do those at the very, very last minute when everything is ready to eat, because you do not want mushy, I don't like mushy vegetables. So these I just put in when the soup was ready to eat already. The beans are already done. My meat had been cooking for a while with the meat and the onion and the bone broth, and it was just wonderful. Then I threw my vegetables in here, let them cook for a short amount of time. Now, this is my third meal that I made today. Now, when all that soup was trying to get together in everything, I was also making something else. This is a pound of ground beef. This is a medium onion, some leftover bell peppers. We don't want to be wasteful, so we use that little bit of bell pepper in this. You can always add onions, bell peppers, and different things to any dish, and it will bring a different flavor to it and taste really good, and you don't have to throw things out. So think about looking and shopping your refrigerator before starting any meal also. And I cooked this together until the meat was done and cooked. When I got done doing all of that, I'm going to add 1 jar of ragu sauce to my meat, onions, and bell pepper. I also added my seasonings that you know I always add too. And when I added that ragu, I added a whole jar of water with it. The jar of ragu, after I empty the sauce in there, I fill it up with water and put it in there. Why do I do that? Because I am going to cook this sauce for a couple hours. I want this sauce to really be good. And the longer you can cook it slowly under a very low flame, it will have a better flavor over time. And don't forget to use the seasonings that you like. Mine are always to go Italian seasonings, garlic, herb, and black pepper, sea salt, and lemon pepper. Now, I know ragu has already been seasoned, but Grandma likes more seasonings. You do not have to do this either. You can season your food any way you want. When you know you're getting close to the end, I put my elbow macaroni in. This is a really tiny one. Takes 7 to 8 minutes to cook. And as you can see, it's all done and ready to go. I really, really liked it. Now, I am going to be serving this with a salad and garlic bread, but because I made 3 meals today, I don't think either me or my husband were ready for another salad and some garlic bread. We had already had our tummies full, but I wanted to share with you what it could look like. And just adding a little salad with it would be great. So this is a recap of what we did today. We made 4 meals. We made a salad. We made a second salad that to go with our ham. We had garlic bread. That was our dinner. We had soup made. We'll make about 8 bowls of soup. So that will be 4 meals that I made from the soup. And we made pasta, and that will probably be 4 meals also. And when I say meals, I mean like lunch and dinner. And it makes it a lot easier for me and my husband here when I have food in the refrigerator. Isn't like I got to say, well, I'm hungry right now, I'm going to run down to McDonald's. No, I can run right into my refrigerator and pick something out because everything's already cooked. I just need to heat it up. and it's going to taste better. And when you add up what it costs you to go to McDonald's, even though I spent a lot of money for that ham from Honey Bake, that ham is going to make a lot of meals. And on top of it, I made some wonderful bean and ham soup that will last for at least 4 to 6 meals. And that's generous bowls of soup. So we are not going to go hungry this week. And the best part of all, the food is here, it's ready, you just have to heat it up in the microwave. The pasta was great also. My husband loved it. He did have a little bowl of pasta. That bowl you see, he did eat. So this is the great thing about cooking multiple meals. You can do a lot.